Imperial snowtroopers are specialised stormtroopers that form a self-sufficient mobile combat units in environments of snow and ice. Their backpacks and their suits keep their bodies warm, while their face masks are equipped with breathe heaters. Hello and welcome to Centurion's Corner, and today we're reviewing the Imperial snowtrooper from The Empire Strikes Back, and he's here on the 40th anniversary card as we're still celebrating it this year. And I picked this guy up for $19.99 from the Smith's Toy Shop in the UK, which is, to be honest, really nice. It's really nice just to go into a normal toy shop to see some Black Series on the shelves and actually newer figures as well. So this one came out on the black and red boxes a little while ago, and I missed it. It was before I started collecting Black Series, and the snowtrooper was a little bit harder to get. So I thought, ideal, I'll get him now. Why is on this 40th anniversary, and I think they have updated his kind of colour scheme as well. I think they've dulled down that kind of yellowness that he had before on this one. That's what I read anyway. So he's here sort of on this old Kenner kind of vintage card. We've got the old sort of back label on here. We've got the chaser ring around the outside. We've got the nice 40th anniversary transfer at the top here. And on the back we have all the other pictures of from this wave, and I think this is wave number 3 or 4. I can't remember. There were so many this year, so many figures. Boba Fett, obviously I have him in the archive. I've just got this guy. I've got Chewbacca in the double pack with C-3PO, and I've got Luke Dagobah in the double pack with Yoda, and I'm still not too sure on this Darth Vader yet. Maybe not. I don't know yet. So I just picked up this guy from this wave. So without further ado, let's just crack this bad boy open. So here he is in his blister pack. Nothing else to show, just literally still the same figure as we saw. There's no extra accessories or whatnot, because obviously we could see him straight through in that blister pack. And it looks pretty cool, to be honest. So we're going to take him out, our first impressions before going off for a review. And yeah, he looks pretty cool, feels pretty solid. And the detailing on him is actually pretty cool, to be honest. So just going to go away, take some few photos, and then we'll be back for a review in a mo. Welcome back. So I've been away taking some photos, and I must admit he's actually quite a cool solid figure. Being a bit of an older figure, it does suffer with a bit of articulation problems, but I think it's more in the sculpt than anything else. So Hasbro have done injustice. However, you know, they could have maybe done a few things a little bit different, and maybe they would do it different now. And I must admit, one of my confessions is the snowtrooper is probably my least favourite Imperial trooper. I'm not too sure. I think it's too much cloth versus armour ratio. It's just a love-hate relationship I've had since the 1980s, to be honest. But in saying that, I think the Biker Scout has the same amount of ratio, but maybe it's the black on the white, and I just find that these guys just a little bit, I don't know, just a bit off, I suppose. But nonetheless, this guy comes with 3 accessories, and his first accessory that we can look at is his kind of heavier carbine rifle, and it's done in a black plastic with a kind of silver brush over the top of it, just to give off that weathering look. And it's just the same old one, which I'll probably never ever show this guy off holding this gun at all, but at least we've got another accessory with him. His second accessory is his E11 Carbine, and it's just a traditional one that we've always had, and it's done in the black plastic, and at least the silver kind of ammo port there is painted. He holds it nicely in his hands, and we've still got all the sculpt and all that on there. And his third accessory is his backpack, which can come off. Is it accessory? I mean, he kind of really needs it, to be honest, just to actually finish off the look. So, but we can have a little closer look on it. We've got all that kind of writing and scripts on there. and all the paint details with the silver reflective as well. One thing I would say about it, it does come out of his back a little bit too easy. Maybe the pin needs to be a bit longer, or even if it was just glued in the back, because it just, if you just knock it, it just comes out quite easily, I feel. And then really looking at that, we can go through his articulation, and this is kind of really where the guy kind of fails suit. So we have got quite a bit of hindered at the head. You can do left and right. He can't really look down that much, and he can't really look back due to the fact of this. This would be nice if it was made of like a softer vinyl, a bit like the similar bits that we have down here. His arms, we can do a rotation at the top of the shoulder. His arms can come up this far. We've got a rotation at the elbow, and it's on a single jointed elbow bend. Comes a little bit more than 90 degrees, but it's also one of those ones that goes backwards a bit as well. We've got the rotation at the wrist, and it's also on a hinge. We've got the rotation at the waist, which is quite nice. It swivels quite easily and loose. Can't really look down much though because of this part here, and he can't really look back either. His legs, they can kick up this far and can't really go back because of this. His legs can go this wide, but again hindered by this. We've got an upper thigh rotation. We have got a double jointed knee, but obviously you're not really going to get the full potential out of it. But if we lift the leg up, you can kind of see what you can get out of it, which is a nice butt kick. And we've got a rocker and a pivot at the ankle. So the articulation is there, but however, because of the way the guy is kind of sculpted and the way he looks, is a little bit kind of a little bit restricted in those kind of ways, unfortunately. But I must admit, the actual sculpt of the guy and the way he looks is pretty cool. I do feel like this is still slightly a little bit too tanned. I still feel it needs to be a bit lighter, a little bit more woolly looking, and a bit sort of like a bit of a dusty grey than this kind of like tanned look rather than yellow snow. So looking at the helmet, we've got the nice black lenses in there, the traditional sort of trooper helmet, the dots in the back there and the grooves, and then the wrinkles that we got into the actual helmet there. The kind of sort of officer chest plate that we have with all the extra buttons and dooblies inside, and we've got the belt as well. This bit's made of a kind of like a softer material as well, so it doesn't really hinder the legs too much as we bring them up. We've got the arm plates and the hand plates, it's all in the right places, with all this sort of undersuit raffles and creases that we've got going there. These little pouches on the side, and down to his knee pads. The boots look great. They actually look weathered and in dirty old snow. They do look fantastic, I must admit. And then we've got this kind of dirty part around the back and here with a bit of weathering. It kind of goes upwards, up the actual skirt, and then it kind of just sort of disappears in the way. We've got his thermal detonator on the back, and taking off this part as well, we've kind of got the braces bits that look like holds the backpack in place, but unfortunately they're not painted or anything in those kind of colours, so we've got the details but it's not really highlighted at all. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for the snowtrooper. I mean there's not really much else I can go for him, there's not much articulation there and stuff, but I do think it is one really meant for the shelves, and especially for the original trilogy out there and trooper builders alike, as I do know that this guy is well loved, just not unfortunately by me a lot. So that kind of brings me to the end of the review. What do you think of the snowtrooper? Is your favourite, or what is your favourite Imperial trooper? Comment down below, and you can follow me on Instagram where I'll be posting more pictures of this guy, and you can subscribe and like. So until next time guys and girls, take care. Bye.